All right, so today I believe that I am taking a gamble with the upcoming video that I will be reacting to. And I say this because it sounds like this is an official documentary that could have been on TV, that you could have seen officially on TV. So I'm really hoping that my reaction video won't be blocked because of copyrights. If it is, I will try to reduce the opacity of the video and see if I can still upload it that way. The topic of this video is not something that's going to be exciting or pleasant. Let me read you the title. The harsh reality. Pagpag, food from garbage in the Philippines. You know, I rarely react to Filipino content that isn't positive, and I thought that for once I should also react to the other side of the Philippines, because I am aware that the Philippines isn't just positivity and laughter and good energy and paradise. No, there is a lot of poverty in the Philippines because after all, it is a third world country or a developing country. So I am aware of that, and I think that people should also know that side of the Philippines. You can't just keep shoving into people's throats just the good side of the Philippines, because from the interviews that I reacted to, I also saw a lot of people say that they were flabbergasted and taken aback by the poverty of the Philippines. But if more content creators had also talked about this side of the Philippines, then people will, kind of manage their expectations a little bit better when they decide to visit the Philippines, so that when they get there, they're not so shocked by what they see when it comes to the sad and bad side of the Philippines. So yeah, if you are new to the channel, welcome. Maligayang pagbabalik sa akin channel. Ako po si Ovela. I'm a sound engineer, beatmaker, and content creator on YouTube. And with that being said, let's jump right into it.
Garbage is a source of income for many people around the world, especially those who live in poverty. Metal debris, plastic, aluminium, paper, cans, different types of bottles that have been discarded will be sorted before being sold or sent to recycling plants. Some poor people in Manila make a living from selling garbage.
Oh man, more power to the people who go through this, who make a living by selling other people's garbage. Can you imagine that? My God. One thing that I've noticed is that the narrator's voice is very deep, and it's very nice to listen to.
But there is another type of garbage market. The type of garbage they're looking for is organic waste. Just like many other recycling processes, organic waste from trash bins is sorted, cooked, and served again as new dishes. These dishes are called in Tagalog, Pagpag.
That's what Pagpag means? Seriously? Seriously? They go through other people's garbage that contains food that people didn't eat. They clean it, recook it, and sell it. Oh my God. I'm shocked by this, but it might not be as bad as I think it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if this is something that's been done for years, it means that it works and that people can still, eat it and not have any side effects and not get sick from it. This is insane.
Referring to the action of picking up food from the ground and cleaning it.
See, it actually looks good, right? It actually looks good, but this is crazy.
Basically means brushing off the dust and soil.
Wow.
3 o'clock in the morning in a slum in Manila. We arrived to see a day in the life of a food recycler.
So it's like it's a job.
Through the rain, stomping along muddy streets filled with potholes and puddles. It's been drizzling all night here in Manila. The bumpy street is swamped by the water.
Yeah, and the heavy rains absolutely do not make things easier for the needy and the people that don't have much,
To the dim light of torches and street lamps, accompanied by drizzling rain, the sound of cars passing by and the roosters crowing.
It's so sad.
We sat down by a pile of garbage and began our conversation with Bird.
Nakita ko kasi nung araw kasi nandun kami sa kabila. May kumukuha niyan. Timba siya, binibinta na sa basay ko. Kaya meron nga sa palengke ng Pagpag doon na-display. Tapos nga nakikita ko, sabi ko, yung bayaw ko naman, okay naman kasi minsan. Nung sumama ako sa biyahe, katulad sa pag-nagsama ako sa biyahe. Yung sa istante nila, pag sumubra nyo, hindi na pala pwedeng initin. Ibibigay sa atin. Nakain namin kasi okay naman.
Wow.
After the restaurants, which are the origin of this organic waste, the next people in this recycling process are the buyers, who collect food waste from these restaurants. The process starts right after closing time.
Okay, so it's food waste from restaurants. Okay, that's more reassuring, to be honest with you guys, because the food that is wasted from a restaurant is probably cleaner than the food that is wasted by just regular people,
Around 10 or 11 p.m. Once the restaurant is closed, the employees start cleaning up the place and put the trash bags containing organic waste outside. Bird's job is to go around collecting the bags from various restaurants quickly so that the waste won't be rotten. This collection is usually done by midnight.
Gabi-gabi kailangan namin makuha yun. Gawa na, umangamoy pang fast food restaurant ba? Kailangan gabi-gabi ko nakukuha yun. Hindi po pwedeng kinaumagahan. Kaya umalis ka rito ng 8 o'clock. Pagdating mo yan, karga ka lang ng karga. Para hindi sila nangangamoy. Minsan, alas 12, dito na kami.
When you don't have a choice, man.
Manila is one of the world's top-ranking capital cities in terms of the number of slums. One of the slums here is also considered the world's largest.
Damn.
Economic growth in recent years has not ameliorated the situation. On the contrary, poverty is soaring. From various restaurants across the city, Bird drove his truck containing the trash bags to this pile of garbage in the slum. The sorters are already here, waiting. They are
And I'm pretty sure that the gap between the rich and the poor just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's such a shame because this country could literally be paradise in every aspect. So sad.
The truck and start to sort the garbage deftly.
Bagong kuha pa lang nahahakot. Sariwa pa yan. Sariwa. Ibang ba nito? Bagong hakot lang to kanina. Sariwa pa yan.
So usually they know that
Araw-araw hinahakot yun.
so
Pwedeng
Sa hotel.
Ibabaho yan.
Kailangan yung talagang
Kailangan hakutin.
yan. Araw-araw.
Mountains of garbage, giving off a foul odor, surround us in the darkness, with only the sorters' headlamps lighting the scene.
This is
As they work
insane.
relentlessly and against time. No need for masks to protect them from the dust and smell, nor proper clothing for this filthy work.
You know, they're not using masks, they're not using gloves, they just have boots and a light on their forehead to see. Bro, they don't even have basic needs just to live their lives and, in this instance, to work. This is... oh.
Only bare hands are needed.
Yeah,
as
bare
they
hands.
dig fearlessly through this mixture of leftovers and other trash. Their job is to look for food waste scattered throughout a pile of garbage.
When you don't have a choice.
Other leftovers are ignored. The only things they need are chicken bones with bits of meat left over by whoever.
Sheesh!
Pinipidyo namin mga laman. Tapos ngayon, may dinadalang kami gun. Yung isang ganito, bayaran ng 140, 150. Mga malalaman.
Rice and vegetables are set apart, ready to be sold as animal feed, such as for pigs. Chicken bones are not a pig's favorite, so they're placed in a different bag. The content of this last bag is the most valuable and the most sought after. The chicken bones with scraps of leftover meat still attached. By the time the sun rises, the sorting is done. Chicken bones with the bits of meat are packed in bags of 10 kilograms each. From the garbage pile, Bird sells the chicken bones to food vendors in this slum. Despite the steady growth of the economy, the Philippines is still struggling with the distribution of income. The already huge gap between the rich and the poor is widening.
There you
more
go.
And more.
There you go. That's exactly what I
1
said.
out of 3 Filipinos is living below the poverty line. They struggle to get the bare necessities.
That's
It's a
what I
challenge
said.
just to put food on the table.
Oh my God, look
Digging
at this
through a pile of
environment.
trash for food and goods has become a way for many people to survive.
You know, it's pretty impressive for this video to shock me because I'm someone who lived in Kenya. It's a country that houses the biggest, if I'm not mistaken, slums in Africa. And I went there a couple of times, you know, and yeah, I was shocked when I went there as a kid. Well, as a teenager. I couldn't believe my eyes. And what I'm seeing here from the Philippines might just be worse. To be honest with you guys, this is just like legit, except for the people, the Filipinos, nothing I am seeing is pleasing to my eyes. And just knowing everything that these people are going through is just nuts. It's heartbreaking. I don't know how they manage to keep their spirits up, Filipinos. So I have so much respect for them.
The chicken bones with scraps of meat have reached the third step in this desperate process, the restaurants. The restaurants cook these bones into various dishes, such as adobo and caldereta, local dishes popular among Filipinos. Adobo and caldereta, made of this food waste recovered from the garbage, is known as Pagpag.
I really do hope that they tell people that this is Pagpag food, okay? Like, can you imagine someone who doesn't know just orders from a restaurant like this and they don't tell him that he's eating refurbished food? Legit? That is nuts.
The sun is rising. The rain has just stopped. We're still wandering along the swampy street, flanked by ramshackle dwellings made out of tin. Locals are roaming around. We've reached another step in the food recycling process. The shop has been open since dawn. A huge wok is set on a stove.
Big wok.
The sound of distant roosters crowing can be heard from time to time. This morning meal is caldereta, a Filipino-style stew in which meat is slowly cooked in tomato paste. She starts by preparing the ingredients, which includes washing the chicken bones in water 4 times and letting them dry. Next, she fries shallots to bring out their aroma, and then adds the washed chicken bones and a pinch of salt.
A pinch. That is not a pinch. That's a lot of salt.
The secret
Oh
is the
my
tomato sauce.
god.
As well as adding flavor, it also covers the unpleasant odor coming from the garbage.
That is
Mix
so
it well,
much
then leave
tomato
it on a low
sauce.
flame for another 15 minutes. Now we have a hot dish of caldereta ready to be served. Each dish is sold at 10 pesos, or around 8 Thai baht, or about 21 US cents.
Mura lang manok. Isang punta pa lang Jollibee, dito na lang. Hindi mo rin alam bakit. Ako nga dati, hindi na ako kumakain yan eh. Napakain na
See,
lang
I didn't
ako
think
ng
I would
niluto.
eat this. Wow.
Masarap naman kasi siya. Kahit tira-tira.
She
Okay.
told us that she paid 120 pesos, or $2 US, for the chicken bones she bought from bird. The whole bag is then cooked into pagpag, which can be sold for 200 pesos, or about $3.40. After deducting all the expenses, she's left with 50 pesos, or just 85 US cents.
Mas healthy ang manok kasi ang baboy kasi.
85 US cents.
Katulad sa manok, hindi masyado.
This man is a regular customer here. He collects or buys expired eggs and sells them at low prices. After selling all his eggs, he stops here to eat. Apart from the good flavor, he also comes here because of the affordable prices. A dish of pagpag is eaten with some rice he brought from home. The whole meal costs him less than 10 baht, or about 26 cents.
Kailangan po hugasan po yan para
Wow.
maayos pong pag-ano. Kasi pag hindi po naayos, hindi po maluluto yung maayos po. Hindi siya nalalasa siya ng may banis.
He paid a few cents to eat this meal. I'm just gonna call it a refurbished meal. Oh, and when you think about it, here in Canada, if you want to eat properly today after the pandemic and everything, you have to pay at least over $10, over 10 Canadian dollars. That's for sure. Like nowadays, it's between 15 and 20 Canadian dollars if you want to eat properly. But then again, it's food. It's not refurbished food. It's not pagpag. It's crazy.
Why is most pagpag made with chicken?
She explained
This echoes
it.
the eating habits of Filipinos, especially those who live in the city.
He's
The
happy.
Philippines is a melting pot of different cultures. It's a mix of island traditions, Chinese merchants, classic Spanish culture, and modern American commercialism.
Yep.
The American fast food culture is very influential here. Popular dishes include burgers and fried chicken. Fried chicken is so popular that the Philippines even has their own fried chicken brand. With its familiar flavor and affordable price,
Yep.
Jollibee, a local fast food chain, has built the largest market share in the Philippines, outselling famous US franchises like McDonald's, Burger King, and KFC.
Good for them.
Big, crunchy pieces of fried chicken from Jollibee are a dream food for poor people. But the chicken bones, with bits of meat people leave after eating at Jollibee, are all they can actually afford in real life.
Siyempre sayang, mahal-mahal ang bilihin tapos sayangin lang nila.
See, I was raised differently. I was always told to finish my food till the last piece. Like when you give me a chicken, like chicken leg or whatever, I will clean that shit up. Okay? I will not leave any meat. I will eat the cartilage. Sometimes I will break the bone, and clean it up. That's how I was raised, because my family did not grow up rich. They grew up modest people, so they had to take care of themselves and make sure that they finished the food that was given to them. And also we were taught not to look at the plate of a sibling, or just a family member. You only look at your plate and whatever is on your plate. That's all you are allowed to eat, Because in Algeria, where I'm from, we also have huge families. Okay, I have legit, from just on my mom's side, I have 6 uncles and 5 aunts. That's just my mom's side.
Samantalang yung mga mahihirap, ayun, naghahabol na lang din sa tira nila.
Sakit nun. Pares lang kasi yun. Pinapala. Siyempre,
Yeah.
tira.
Yeah.
Siyempre, pwede yung makuha ng tao. Lininisan. Tapos, lutuin na, mamakain. Ano rin naman.
Personally, the only way I'm throwing food is if it's rotten, and if you eat it, it will make you sick. That's the only way I'm throwing out food. That's it. If it's healthy food, good food, eat it, finish it.
Siyempre, sila may kaya. Yung mahirap na yung mga tao rito. Kaya gawin nyo ng tao. Pwede lutuin.
No criticism or condemnation. Their only feeling is that others have more opportunity. Though they dream of having a piece of fried chicken from a fast food chain, those dishes remain out of their reach. Jollibee sells a piece of fried chicken with rice for 95 pesos, or $1.64, while a dish of Pagpag costs only 10 pesos, or 17 cents. Only once or twice in a very long time might they bite the bullet and pay for a hot and fresh piece of fried chicken with meat on it, one that has not been in a trash bin. But in their everyday lives, Pagpag is probably the closest they will get to their dream dish. The Pagpag journey, which begins in the garbage, has reached its destination, in a dish for those who rarely have a chance to eat whole pieces of fried chicken.
Minsan po kumuha, minsan marami rin. Meron po minsan buo, hindi pa na nakakain. Yun lang.
Other than food vendors who purchase chicken bones to make Pagpag for sale, the bones are also packed into smaller portions for anyone who wishes to buy them to cook at home. We continue our journey through ruins and decay, which reflect the scarcity and famine in the neighborhoods.
Wow.
This granny is selling chicken bones in small packs. Her clients are the residents of the area. This mother has come with her baby to buy the chicken bones to make her own Pagpag for the family.
The baby's naked.
Though we can afford fresh food, we couldn't help stepping in and buying some from the granny. Once she finds out that we're not locals, she eagerly tells us the recipe for adobo, a popular local dish in the Philippines.
Adobo, delicious. Contains soy sauce, right?
From tin shacks that sell Pagpag in the slum area, we travel back to the origin of this recycled food. Here is a modern commercial district in Manila. Everything's
Pipitons.
clean and organized. Apparently, only those with purchasing power, which is a small group here in the Philippines, come here to spend their time and money.
I want to have country fry wings.
We order some food. The dish reminds us of the Pagpag we just saw. The chef here acknowledges the existence of Pagpag and gives us his honest opinion.
Chef, recycling food that way is not
No, it's not
acceptable
recommended.
at all.
Because as a chef, I'm trained in the HACCP, we call it HACCP, which is Hazardous Analysis Critical Control Points. It's an international standard for food safety, HACCP. So they don't recommend recycling food. You can You can take whatever leftovers you have and eat it the following day, but not to recycle whatever is eaten and recook it.
Give me some knowledge. If food is not finished like this and I don't want to take back home,
Yeah.
what can we do with the food?
If for example, there's so many food, I suggest actually you can take it home and do
What if I didn't want to take it home? Okay, I'm staying in the hotel tonight.
Take
I don't
it to
have,
shelters.
Way to actually heat it tomorrow
Okay,
morning.
so you don't have any
I
plans
don't have
of
any
eating
plan.
it again?
Yeah.
I suggest you just throw it away.
No,
Or
no.
just give it to, just pack it up, take it out, and just give it to whoever wants
Oh,
it.
okay,
Because
like-
that's different from Pagpag. Because
I
in
see.
Pagpag, they
Okay.
throw it in the trash already.
Right.
Unlike if you take it out, they pack it neatly, then you can do whatever you want with it.
Okay.
Unlike Pagpag,
Right.
it's thrown away and
I
it's
love
mixed
his
with other
chef
food ingredients.
outfit
It gets
with the
mixed up
Filipino
with the
flag on it.
bacteria, with the leftovers, and who knows what's inside.
Poverty has long been a chronic problem in the Philippines, combined with a skyrocketing birth rate, contributing to a population of over 100 million. All this has pushed 1 out of every 10 households in the Philippines below the poverty line, with an average daily income of less than 50 baht, or not even $2. Roughly 1.5 million kids only eat 1 meal a day. 1 out of 3 children under the age of 5 suffers with cretinism. 8 out of 10 children aged between 6 months and 5 years don't have enough food to eat and have developed chronic malnutrition. That includes the youngest member of this family.
How old are you? 3. You want something? Okay, you sit with me here.
He's so
Yeah, you can take
cute.
as much as you want.
I didn't bring him to hospital, so I didn't know why he's, I think, a little bit.
They're
thin
so cute.
He's
My
a little bit
gosh.
For his age.
for his age.
So you think
Aw.
because of he doesn't have enough vitamin?
Maybe,
The mother is well aware that her child's deformed body is a sign of malnutrition. But her tiny income doesn't allow her to provide enough food to all of her 6 children.
And that's why in so many videos, I just urge Filipinos to not have kids when they are not financially stable. My gosh, because you're not doing any favors to yourself or to your potential kids. I know it's easier said than done, but man.
So you think they have enough protein to eat?
no, doesn't. Because every day we need to eat a balanced diet, for every day. But I can achieve that. Meron, what we have, we need to eat what we have. If wala, if there's nothing, I can provide to give him a meal because she's the one who gets milk because I'm in work.
So since when that he stopped taking milk?
1 year old, 2 years old.
So he only had milk for one year.
Yeah.
I have seen how illegal drugs destroy individuals and ruin family relationships.
President Duterte's war on drugs has affected the livelihoods of many poor families. It has worsened the situation of already poor families.
The side of my husband, yeah.
Her husband was shot and killed by the
Wow.
police, despite having no connection to drug crimes.
Wow.
But just because he happened to be walking near the area
Oh my
where the operation
God.
was taking place. The family was left without their father figure. The mother had no choice but to bring all 6 children to come to live with her parents. One of her children is now being taken care of by the staff of a private social organization which works with children.
My husband go to jail because he's set up. And I asked the officers why he is
In
in
jail.
the jail. They said to me that your husband is in the area of by-bus operation. Although you're not in the house, but you're in the perimeter.
Then you are guilty too.
Yes, you're also in the area. I think it's 15 meters in the area. Everyone who's in the area will get the police, the officer. Maybe I'm worried about the food because the one they get, the one they intake is their body is not good enough. There's less vitamins, less minerals because of the kind of food they eat. So if I will given a chance, of course I want to give best food for my children.
But you just cannot.
I cannot.
The money they have is not enough. So it's only one or two of them feeding 10 children, 10 members of the family. So I don't think that we have work, but it's not enough really to really support the needed food of the children. If you will see, if you can read our news, for every 10 children, there are still 4 to 6 children who are still malnourished under 5 years old.
4 to 6, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. So I don't think that we're already good in terms of nutrition problem in the Philippines.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
These kids with malnutrition should immediately be placed under a doctor's care. But the issue is severe, widespread, and out of control in the Philippines. Manila has always been densely populated. Still, many people are flooding in to search for better opportunities in the capital city. Every inch is packed with people, including cemeteries, which are often turned into housing for the living instead. Tackling food scarcity by growing their own food is hardly possible in Manila, as seen with this family. 11 people are living in a 10 square meter space. It already seems impossible to organize sleeping space for everyone, let alone any space for vegetation or livestock. We are back to the same spot where we were this morning. There are still people digging through the piles of trash, hoping to find something to sell to food vendors to make pagpag, or to take home to cook their own pagpag for their family. We keep wondering to ourselves, how hungry do you have to be to eat food from other people's trash? Because they are fully aware that pagpag is not hygienic and it exposes them to various diseases.
Yeah.
Gusto lang mga Jollibee lang, no? Pwede na. Sarap na yun. Mas masarap pong Jollibee sa akin. Kasi ito, ma'am, may buto-buto. Doon po, ma'am, buo po yun. Dahil, ano po yun eh. Doon mabubusog ka. Pero busog ka rin naman dito, no? Pagka marami kang ano. Doon bitin.
Siyempre, yung mga masasarap na.
Katulad
ng lechon.
Lechon.
Yung mga hindi nakakain dito sa lugar namin. Siyempre.
But what else can you do when you have so few options in life? You either die of starvation or live off garbage.
Okay, so they mentioned and they showed Duterte. It probably means that this documentary is not recent, right? Let me read the description. Fried chicken is so popular that the Philippines even has its own fried chicken brand. It's also a dream food that some poor Filipinos can't afford in real life. Low-income earners can only eat chicken bones with bits of meat left. This kind of food from organic waste is called in Tagalog Pagpag. Even if it is not hygienic and dangerous to health, it's the only way to survive for many poor people in the slums of the Philippines. This episode has been filmed in May 2017, so before the pandemic. Can you imagine how difficult it must have been during the pandemic? It's crazy. And I think that's also one of the reasons why people like the hungry Syrian dude, you know, because I've reacted to one of his videos where he actually goes out of his way to help poor Filipinos, which is amazing, you know, and that's exactly what you should do if you're living in the Philippines and, you know, you have the means to. It's heartbreaking, but, you know, this situation is not happening only in the Philippines. Like I said, I've seen it also in Kenya. The only difference is that Filipinos manage to still be happy despite these terrible circumstances, which is so commendable. And honestly, I don't know how they do it. I don't know. So more power to everybody that goes through this, man. This is crazy. Yeah, so let me know in the comment section below if you had ever heard of Pagpag before, if you tasted Pagpag before. It's nuts. It's legit crazy to me. Maraming salamat po, and if you got value out of this video, please do not hesitate to check out my other reaction videos here and share this one as well. So yeah, right here.